All right, well, welcome back to Exhaust Sports Auto. My name is Kevin, and I'm actually doing a little update video on the LS460, the one that I owned anyway. I'm actually, however, sitting in the LS600, the one that I actually already reviewed, if you want to check that out. This is a vehicle located at Carry Imports, so if you want to watch that review, go ahead. Driving this car and actually reflecting back on the 460, unfortunately, I don't still have that vehicle, but I'll talk about some of the reasons why, but why you should still get one and why I kind of regret getting rid of it, because it's actually my own dumb fault. But the 460, right? Really loved that car. That was such a true treat to drive. If you watch my review on that, I mean, I've reviewed every single LS. However, if you watch my actual review, like the driving review I did, I talked about two primary things that I didn't really like driving-wise by it. That's not why I sold it. However, there's two real things I didn't like, and that was the on-center deadness with the steering and the brakes. The brakes weren't that great, but the brakes weren't a big issue because it's just change out the pads, not a big issue. Get better tires. After driving this LS600 HL, I've actually realized that both of those issues have been completely resolved with this particular car. However, this is the same year generation of car that I own. I had an '08 LS460 base model, not the L, and it was a rear-wheel drive. This is the LS600 HL, the hybrid, and these come standard with all-wheel drive. So the other difference is this particular car has 19-inch wheels. So I don't know if that's the reason. However, there is no on-center deadness. And when I say on-center deadness, I mean like when you're driving, right? And then you kind of turn the wheel a little bit, but the car doesn't do anything. That's what I mean. There's this little deadness in the center, and then you have to cock the wheel a little bit more for you to feel the vehicle starting to turn, right? This vehicle, it's actually pretty immediate. There is none of that on-center deadness nonsense. Now, one way to alleviate that is to get bigger wheels, and I talked about that with the buyer's guide that I did. That's also a pretty important video if you're interested in getting a 460. But this vehicle, standard from the factory, came with 19-inch wheels. They look amazing, but having a larger size wheel will help you get a more direct steering feel. I did, however, talk to a subscriber of mine. He was saying that he has a 460 with 18-inch wheels, much like how I did, and he actually does not have the same level of on-center deadness. At least he did not notice it himself. So he's very satisfied with the steering feel. Something to note, though, if you are test driving these cars, make sure that the steering feel is good to you. Another thing, brakes in this car is stupendous. Now, this is the hybrid trim, however. I'm sure there's some type of regenerative braking that they've built into this vehicle, so it'll just naturally have a more firm braking feel. In my vehicle, what happened was when I got on the brakes, there was I don't know what it was, it just did not have enough stopping power. But that's, again, very simple to fix. Better brake pads, more aggressive brake pads, and just having a better tire, because I had some nonsense Michelin Eco tires on my car, so that wasn't cool. Now, the main reason why I got rid of it, though, and this is where for a lot of 460 owners or LS owners, this is where their ownership honeymoon kind of ends, and that's with the brake actuator. That's a $3,000 part, and it can only be fixed by a dealership. That's why it's so expensive to fix, or that's why that part and installing it is so expensive. You had to actually take it to a dealership, and I was just like, bro, no, not doing that. So I actually had to get rid of the vehicle, and I got a great deal for it because I actually just sold that to Carry Imports, so that was good. But the reason why I regret it is because that all could have been fixed if I had not cheaped out and actually got a warranty with that car. If I had gotten a warranty with my 460, the brake actuator and stuff like that would have been covered. And I know this because when I did the buyer's guide video, many of you guys actually commented saying that because they had the warranty, they got that fixed under the brake actuator fixed under warranty, which is fantastic because that's really the most expensive thing that I noticed go wrong with that car. A lot of people complain about the control arms, but that was not even a concern for me. I already knew about that. You can get some Mevotechs or some aftermarket control arms for under $700 and have an independent shop put in. So for $1,000 you can fix that. That was not a main issue for me. I really didn't care about that. The brake actuator, I was like, okay, there's no getting around that one. That's really a big boy, 4 or 5K repair bill. So, all right, had to kind of end that there because I was pretty much a quarter or a third of what that vehicle was worth. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, the vehicle drove perfectly. I loved it. You know, it was just very plush. It was like actually one of the most expensive cars I had ever owned in terms of like a luxury car. It was like a 75, 80K automobile, and it felt like driving a brand new car too, other than the two issues. However, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. If you're in the market, make sure to get a warranty. Test drive it thoroughly, compare a few models, you know what I'm saying? Like drive a few 460s or even 600s. 600s are pretty rare because in many cases the steering could be better in certain models. Like in this one, the steering is amazing. Love it. Brakes might be amazing on certain cars. If you can, like a few things, if you want to like dump some money into this car, getting some good like aggressive all-season tires will definitely help you out, like either Continental Extreme Contacts or Michelin AS3 Pluses. Those are some good tire choices, and that'll give you plenty of grip. Another thing, this car has all-wheel drive. I love this car with all-wheel drive. It fixed a lot of the uncertainty with the handling. With my car, I was obviously rear-wheel drive, and that was fun in its own way. And I was busting big boy donuts in the parking lot. That was fun. But in day-to-day driving, even if you don't need all-wheel drive, like you don't live in a snowy climate, getting it is still good because it just drives and handles so much better. That's another thing that the 600 taught me, and this really was like the perfect LS driving experience. And I get why so many people like my generation of car, because it's kind of like modern-ish. It's not like the new Lexuses where it has like the huge grille. Many of you hate that. I feel like many people hate the big grille because most people can't afford the big grille, but because it's a newer car. But whatever, most people don't like it. This generation, very understated luxury, so many people like that. And the 430s and 400s look a little too old and hoopty-ish, but if you want that old classic car feel, the 430 was the car for you. That was a great vehicle, very smooth engine. But I get it, most people want the newer car look. So the price point, the drivability, the luxuriousness of it, it's fantastic with these 460s of the 07 to 2012 generation. If you can get a good price on it, if you can get a good warranty price on it, you will enjoy the heck out of this car. Just look out for those things. If you can get the all-wheel drive, if you get some nice tires on it, this car would be pretty epic to drive and pretty epic to handle, because otherwise this car is super comfortable. One of the most comfortable cars I've driven without air suspension. Carry imports replaced the shocks on this vehicle. Like these cars come standard with the air suspension, but this one has like regular struts on it now. Another little fun fact about this particular 600 that I'm sitting in that Carry Imports has, it's actually the launch edition. This was like that special car that you had to like pre-order through like Neiman Marcus or whatever, and it sold out really quick. This is that car. I believe there's only 100 of these in America. Fact check me on that, but that's what I heard from one of you guys. So this is actually a very unique and special car. So if you want to check this particular car out, you can hit up Carry Imports. And yeah, they do recommend getting that warranty because it's a Japanese car. Warranties are cheaper on these cars. So you can enjoy this big body, luxurious car for not a whole lot of money. I was just stupid and cheaped out and didn't get the warranty. So I don't know why I didn't do that. Otherwise, I would probably still have that car. I was planning on keeping that car for a long time, but I guess everything happens for a reason, right? I am, however, working on getting a specific car on the channel, though. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I haven't, pulled the trigger or anything yet, but I'm trying to make it happen, and I hope that it leads to more performance car reviews. I know many of you have been asking to do more like performance cars on the channel. I guess most people want to see me scared for my life or whatever. Speed isn't, you can't intoxicate me with speed. That's not everything that I look for in a car. However, this car will have some balls, and I'll see if I can make it happen. And if I do, hopefully it'll pump up the views. Hopefully it'll get more cars to review on the channel, but I'll see. I mainly wanted to make this video to update you guys on the 460. I know it's a car that many of you have been looking at in the used car market. It's a great choice. Just watch out for these things. And I'm glad to hear that from different 460 owners that the problems that I experienced was not there with their vehicles. So, and the fact that the brake actuator is something that Lexus warranty covers, so that's another great thing. So that's everything I want to update you on. If you're in the market, let me know, and it's a great vehicle. Enjoy it. So there you are. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.